gezegd dat ze lelijk is.
Dan? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Zachary 3D Livestream. 3D Prints Livestream. Oh my gosh, I need to think. Was a long day at work. I know. So, how is everybody doing? I see non-fam. Hello. How are you doing, sir? Let's see if I get some times. Yes, nice. Oh, I see also some feedback here in the StreamYards. Let's see if the guest is also going to join any second. So how is everybody doing? Fine, non-fam. Also, 3D Monkey, how are you doing, sir? Are you going to enjoy your weekend, your 3 days off? I hope, if I'm correct, but non-fam, you were doing a study about 3D printing, a university, something like that. Am I still actual? My wife is going to move, I guess. She's moving furniture. So let's clean the glasses because I see fingers on my glasses. Can also I don't need to wear glasses. Started as just a little joke, or joke. No, not really a joke, but how is your laser engraver doing, 3D Monkey? Or Peter? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's see how this live stream goes today. Because afterwards, after the interview with oh, it's not Arthur Steffen. It's the other guy. I'm just going to adjust the title. And what was your name? Hubach. Martin Hubach. Joe. Updated. Yes, college. Yeah. In the beautiful Canada, right? Oh, I see that our guest is also here. I'm going to let him join as well in the live stream. Ooh, where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Add to live stream. We do like this.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but
Great.
you don't have any visual, no camera.
Yeah, I'm at home, so it's late. I don't. I'm not fashioned up, so.
You're not fashioned up. Oh, Martin, no problem, no problem. So this is going to be my first time that I'm going to do a live stream interview, but that's okay. So we are waiting till more people are arriving in the live stream. So how are you doing, sir?
Good.
Good. You enjoying the Friday evening?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice, nice.
Actually designing a new printer at the moment. That is always exciting. Got some new parts today, so
Ah,
that's what my mind is thinking on at the moment. So
ah, very nice. Maybe I can learn something from you guys.
yeah, I have a lot of experience in building printers. I'm doing this now for 8 years. So I started with 3D printing in 2012.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's 8 years. That's quite long. That's very awesome. That's very awesome. Just for. Are you watching via YouTube, Martin?
Uh, no, I'm here over StreamYard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you can see what's going to be viewed.
I can see you.
Okay, nice. Uh, printer. Uh, th- Something like that. Okay, that's very nice. I see 126 backers for the Kickstarter campaign, so it looks very nice.
Yeah, it's already more since the last time I looked here. Way
Yeah,
more.
I'm also every day watching how the progress is looking like. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's 10:30, 9:30. Excuse me. Yes, shall we start? Shall we wait? People on the live stream, shall
We
we
can
start
start.
it? Yeah. Okay. Nice. John Tech, hello. How are you doing? I'm also doing fine. It's Friday evening, and we have a guest, Martin Huber from iFactory 3D. Can everybody also hear Martin when he's talking?
Can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you, and I think the audience from the live stream as well.
Great.
Martin just is talking. He hasn't any video, but that's okay. We can still do this interview, right? And in the meantime, I can also show some of the things you can also see on the Kickstarter campaign page. So can you?
The very first of this kind of printer 2.5 years ago. And yeah, at the moment I'm also leading the development of the iFactory one, and I lead our technical team. And yeah, I also buy all the stuff that we need to build the printers.
Very
And
nice.
yeah, from my background, I'm a business chemist. So I studied business chemistry here in Düsseldorf. I specialized in physical chemistry and in quantum computing chemistry, and I worked in the polymer production. So I know a lot about polymers and their production, and a lot about extruders. And I worked 3 years as a programmer, so I can also program. and I also studied chemical engineering for some time. I also had a vocational training as a chemicant.
Hmm.
So I did quite a lot of this makerspace because a group of people wanted to build this printer, and that's why they founded this makerspace. So I had access to a printer the first time, and it was for free. It was just around the corner here. So I could go on this computer, design something, print it, and then 1 hour later I had it in my hands. And that was like the magic moment that everything you can imagine, you can do in a CAD program on your computer, and an hour later you have it in your hands. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
where it
also
started.
that is also one of the things that I really like about 3D printing. I've 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that, I bought a PlayStation. I saw this game Horizon Zero Dawn, and I thought, I maybe I can print something like that. And as a matter of fact, this is one of the models that I printed in a very later stage, and it is awesome to see something on as a game and then actually hold it in your hands as a model. So yeah, I totally agree with you, Martin, on that. To see something and to grab it with your hands.
Mm, yeah. Uh, then I started to also buy my first printer. That was a MakerBot Replicator 2 clone, so an already assembled printer.
Hmm.
And then I bought my first kit because I wanted to build up a printer from scratch to have the experience to also learn something. So I bought a Possel XL, also from the Netherlands. So I think this company does not even exist anymore that sold it to me, and they had to deliver it 3 times because every time parts were missing.
Oh,
So that's how it was back in the days. And that was a really great printer. It was a Delta printer, and I modified it a lot. And then I bought more printers. I had the CR10 S5. I had a Tivo Little Monster, so a very big Delta. And of course, then I also started to build belt printers and use them from that time on. That was in 2018. And in the Garage Lab, I organized a 3D printer meetup every Wednesday. So where we build crazy printers, we built our own filament extruder and made our own filament. We built the hang printer. Maybe you know the hang printer. We built the version 1 and the version 2.
no, I don't
And
know. But do you have an example?
the hang printer is a printer that is driven by lines. So lines that you put up in your room, and this printer follows these lines. So you can
Also
basically
3D.
transform.
Is that
You
also
can
3D printer?
Yes, it's a 3D printer, and with this you can transform a room into a gigantic 3D printer because the print head can move everywhere in the room, following the lines that you need to put in the room.
Okay, yeah. I was a few days ago. I was also thinking about something like that. I tried to find it on Google. I don't find it at this moment, but I really would like to see something about it in the near future. But I also like to yeah. It's also very nice to hear that it is so creative.
Mm.
Um, so that's nice to hear, Martin.
Yeah, I like to do this crazy stuff that is hard to do, and where you learn something, and it's more about the experience. And for me, it's more about to build these printers, and not so much about the printing. So we actually built this hang printer and then printed like one or two items, and then we switched over to the next printer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you have a lot of i3 style 3D printers, Delta printers. You have Core XY 3D printers. You have every time you have the same kind of shape of 3D printer, with the, for example, the Ender 5 not being a Core XY 3D printer, but just a Cartesian style 3D printer that people sometimes can confuse with. It's great to have some also some other shaped 3D printers.
Yeah, for example, our belt printer. This is really a very unique design to have it with the belt that moves the part automatically and to print at the 45-degree angle. That gives you the advantages that you need nearly no support. So there are a lot of parts that really don't need any support. You can print hollow cubes. That is crazy. You can print in mid-air.
Hmm.
That is also possible, and you can print fully automatically on these machines. So when I did my first startup, we needed a lot of 3D printed parts for our prototypes. These belt printers, they saved us a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of hassle because you don't need to watch the printer. You don't need to be aware every time and then be there to remove the parts. You can just continue working like you normally would, and the printer does the rest. So
Sit back
it's
and
really good.
relax. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yeah.
it's awesome because I use in the past I use Twitch to monitor my 3D printer if the part is finished or not. And when it was finished, I saw it during my day of working. I saw, oh, I have to drive home, take the part off, and then continue a new one. And with something like this is awesome to have.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. It for sure is. Yeah. We are using this now for a longer time, just for ourselves, and it works great. And it's a really great technology that we now want to share with everybody else.
Yeah, yeah, and to have something like this to really produce small batch production, it's awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, you can come away with a normal Cartesian style 3D printer with a building volume of 220 by 220, something like that, and print some small things. But eventually, you have to take all the parts off your build plate and then start a new print. And with
Mhm.
this, and with the Bell 3D printer, you can continue printing small but also very large objects.
Mhm. Yes, yeah.
By the way, hello everybody who just joined the live stream. I'm live streaming with Martin Huber from iFactory 3D, one of the creators of the iFactory One, the 4-in-1 conveyor belt 3D printer. So if you have some questions about this Kickstarter campaign that is live on Kickstarter, please feel free to add them in the chat, and Martin would like to answer those questions if possible, of course. Um, so Kate, Martin is away. Oh, uh, I think something happened. Everybody is in the live stream still there? And there you are.
Yeah. I think the connection was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see you here in the live stream studio, so I can just put you back in the live stream. So,
Yeah.
are there some things that you want to tell about this 3D printer, this 3D belt printer?
Yeah, what you just talked about, this serial production. Actually, when we just launched the Kickstarter campaign, we already had three companies that do injection molding,
Hmm.
and they are super interested in these kinds of machines to actually use them to make a small batch production, like 200, 500 pieces. Sometimes they have orders of this, and it's very expensive to do them in injection molding, but they have no other option than to do it with this. And with this printer, we really give the capability to do small serious production very cheaply, because you have no setting up costs. Making the 3D model is much easier than for injection molding. Um, you have the runtime costs. Everything is really cheap, and you can customize the parts every time. And it's a really useful technology for a small series production.
Indeed, I can imagine that you, when you are already producing injection molded plastic parts, you can imagine that for something large they can always do, but those tiny orders that they get, it's much easier to 3D print them instead of rebuilding the whole injecting molding machine just for a small batch of maybe less than 200 parts.
Mhm. And I can also imagine that this can be useful for very large parts. So, of course, there are large injection molding machines,
Hmm.
really large ones. But if you want to do a 10-meter long piece,
Hmm.
I don't know how easy this is in injection molding, and even the shape that you want to have, how limited you are. And with a printer like ours, printing something that long is totally possible. We did up to 2 meters with this printer. Our room was not bigger, and we actually wanted to attempt a world record with this machine. Maybe we are going to do this still, because the world record for the longest print is 37 meters, and that is actually not that hard to beat.
As long as you have a lot of filament that can be attached while or switch while printing.
Actually, today a filament company came by here from Germany,
Hmm.
from Neuss, red line filament, and they gave us an 8 kilogram spool as a present. So for us to print something really big. So this is a really awesome gift from them. So I highly recommend them. Red line filament. And I think we are going to use it to print something really cool that really shows off the capabilities of this printer.
Oh wow, that, I'm looking forward to that. And now we see 3D belt 3D printers coming up on Kickstarter with a very small size, but you can print very long. But I can guess in something like 3 4 years that also the width and the height of this printer is going to get bigger and bigger as well.
Yeah, actually, that's what I'm working on now. So to have a much bigger one will actually be
Mhm.
the biggest belt printer on the market. So we will need some time to finish this, to finish the design and to test it. But yeah, a bigger printer is the next step.
Wow, I'm looking forward to it, Martin. You are making me very curious about this. It's uh it's amazing getting my chair in a better position. But it's awesome. I like the idea. But world record longer than 37 meters. If I would have a belt 3D printer, something like an I-beam, printing as long as I can. But I'm limited in the space that I already have here. But so 37 meters won't fit in my house.
Yeah, but you can find a place like this. At the moment, I think there's a lot of free space and like halls where they have like concerts or so, or even halls in like restaurants or so. Maybe you can find someone that has that much space and doesn't need it at the moment.
Mm-hmm. So I got a question here from the Lightspeed. I will put it on screen. You can also see my screen. So Lightspeed is asking, what are the odds of them delivering their products?
Hmm? Do you know what he means by odds?
What are the chances of them delivering their products? Because I understand his question, because it is a Kickstarter campaign. There were some companies or some startups that didn't deliver anything. So I think it's a fair question.
Of course, we are new to the market. iFactory is a very new company, but actually we have 50 printers already in our office. We have all the parts there, but we only need to assemble them. And next week we have 75 more printers arriving, and that are then ready for assembly. We are going to get a lot of more belts and a lot of filament that we already ordered. So everything is set up, that we have everything there. We have rented a new storage and a new factory facility that we will move in next year, the 1st of January. We have a lot of job offers at the moment that you can find. So our team will grow bigger. We are already 16 people working on this. So we are setting everything up and try our best to deliver this printer on time.
It's yeah, that's great. Some more questions in the live stream that I missed. Gentech, he already mentioned it before. The thing that comes to my mind is that you can produce face shields very well. I totally agree with you on that, Gentech.
Actually, we did this. So in the middle of the year, we produced mask clips so that you can produce your own mask, because there was in the garage lab here, the local makerspace again. They published an article in the local newspaper that you can get these clips from them for free, and they had like hundreds of orders. It was way too much for them to handle, so we helped them, borrowed them two belt printers, and gave them some filament and printed some clips for them.
Awesome. That's very nice. Are there more questions? I'm scrolling. In the meantime, I'm scrolling to the Kickstarter campaign page. I see a lot of setups. Also, the green style belt with the picture of April of 2020, testing belt printing for healthcare. Which kind of
Yeah,
belt was this, by the way, on the picture? The green one?
the green one is also a nylon-based belt that is similar to the one that the other belt printer on Kickstarter is using. We used these before. They are okay. They are good to print something,
Mm-hmm.
but the parts can wobble a lot on them. They leave a lot of residue on the belt. So we were not pleased with the results. So we searched further for a better material. Now we have a completely different material, a completely different surface, much thicker and stronger belts. And now we are pleased and ready to launch this.
Oh wow. Yeah, the goal is to start the production of mass production in December of 2020, and end of December 2020, the first Kickstarter campaigns kits are going to be delivered, and in March 2021, delivery of all the kits from the Kickstarter. Then, for me, a question that I have: where can we buy this after the Kickstarter campaign?
on
Because
our web shop. And today we also have spoken to a reseller. So there are also going to be resellers. So we hope that you can buy it everywhere.
that's a very nice goal, because I can imagine that when you are living in the States or in Australia or in China or somewhere else, and you want to buy this, that you can have the possibility to buy it, and to have the 3D belt printer as soon as possible. So I'm looking forward to that. So um, and the print results. What are the print results? Because we see here also the images. In comparison to which kind of print results are we looking at? How well is the print quality?
So the best for this to look at is the Kickstarter print test, because that is designed to make it was just under the pictures. This is made to make 3D printers more comparable. This is the Kickstarter Autodesk test print,
Hmm.
and they developed this to make 3D printers on Kickstarter better comparable. So because
It,
there are so many 3D printers, of course they all print great, and you don't know which one is the best. And to give you an example for this 30 of 30 points, so the Prusa Mark III, this gets 22.5 points, I think, and the CR6 gets 26.5 or so, I think. And we managed to crush this test and get the full 30 of 30 points.
yeah. Uh, so this is the Kickstarter benchmark print.
Mm.
I because I do a lot of investigation before I bring a Zachary 3D Prints news and update for the Friday. Sometimes I do the Kickstarter campaign coverage for some 3D printers, and I always see this kind of benchy or this kind of benchmark model coming by, and I do need to say that it does look very nice. And I see that in the way it is printed, you can also see the texture of the belt. How is the quality from all the previous belt and the one that you are using now? How is the texture on the prints?
Uh, so the texture on the print. So with the nylon belt, you had less texture. That is actually smoother. We also experienced with a belt that had Kapton tape on them,
Mhm.
and also PET tape. It's also really good for this. Of course, then you get a smooth surface. But of course, you have the hustle that you need to prepare them with the tape, and that is a lot to do, especially to get it on there without any bubbles and totally flat. It's not that easy. And the belts you get for this are also not that great. They can melt under the tape, and they don't go so well over the rollers. So it's not like the best solution.
I need to say that it looks great. I see also another question, but I can not click on it until I see it here on the StreamYards. Are they sending out any demo units like to the USA?
Yeah, we have sent out demo units. We have sent out two to the US, one to Canada, one to Dubai, one to Scotland. The one in Scotland is already working. I think there are also articles about
Mhm.
this. We have now sent one to the Netherlands
Yeah,
to the 3D print man. Maybe you know him.
yeah. I had
Uh,
also
uh,
already
yeah,
contact with him.
yeah. So he has one, and he has already built it up and is working on it. And we also have a German YouTuber, Optimize 3D.
Yeah, I
Uh,
saw his
uh,
YouTube.
yeah, he has one. He was actually the first one to have this printer because I know him over some friends, and they told me that he does these videos, and so he was actually the first to test it and to build it and give us feedback to improve it. And we also did further build-up tests with our employees. So, of course, we also have employees on the business side that have never built a 3D printer, that have never used a 3D printer, and do a test build-up with them. So to see if what problems they face. Because of course, when I get the kit and I build it up, after 3 hours I'm done. It's working, and that's it. So I don't see all the difficulties anymore that you can face when you have no clue of 3D printing.
Yeah. And I also know from Joel, the 3D printing nerd, that he also received the kit from you, and he asked Bill Wise. Uh, I'm not sure about his name. To
William
build
Steele, yeah. Bill
build
Steele.
Bill
Mm.
Steele, yeah, to assemble this 3D printer and then send it to Joel back, and that he will do a review on it or videos about this iFactory One 3D printer.
Yes, that's correct. We hope that this will happen until the campaign still runs.
Yeah. So, Yoyu, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. He is asking, or she is asking, how probable do you think is the Christmas delivery, since it's only about 2 weeks between the end of the Kickstarter and the delivery? Are those printers ready? Can we see them? Well, for the last part, I because Martin is in an audio call, yeah, he cannot show it. But Martin, can you answer the question?
So I think at the moment we have about 20 printers for the Christmas special. And we already have 50 printers in our office, and there are 75 coming next week. And we also have all the parts for them. So we just have to pack the boxes. And basically, we have everything there. So at the moment, I see no problem in delivering the 21. Now it's 21 printers
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
to them.
That's yeah, that is also what I want to say. 21 backers at this moment. There are already 20 ready. Um, in total, there are 70, 90, 97 to be sent out. So there are still some left. But how
Yeah,
probable is it to reach it before Christmas?
yeah. So now we have 50, and next week 75 are coming. So we have over 100. So that so it is possible. But if we really reach the 100 printers until the end of the campaign, it will be
Mhm.
tough for us. So it is possible. We have everything here. We are also going to get more employees now. So we will do our best to make this happen, and I hope that everybody receives his printer on time.
Yeah, because the thousands euro in this case is to make sure that it is it is collected in time, because this is a kit version. You can add 149 euros to it to get a semi-assembled unit, and also partially for the UPS or DHL or forwarder cost to make sure that it is going to be sent before Christmas or being received before Christmas, right?
Yeah, also for the parts. So the parts we get now all come from Europe with a shorter delivery time. That we are sure that we have all the parts here. And if we would order everything from China, of course it would be cheaper, but there would be much higher risk to not get it on time. And so that's why it's a bit more expensive. And yeah, and this is yeah.
Also from the same person, he asked, please do a video of you boxing them. Then I'll keep my pledge for the Christmas delivery. That's very awesome.
Yeah, so we are boxing printers every day. So at the moment, just for the review units that we give out. But at the moment, we don't have any more belts. So next week there are 150 belts coming. So then we can continue. And yeah, so we just had a journalist here on Tuesday. So he took some photos of the boxes, and so I think this article is also going to be online, even if it's online
Very nice.
today. So I don't know exactly, but it will probably be in German. So
I, I mean, also to serve potential customers and backers, I'm going to iFactory. I'm going to add a link to your YouTube channel that if you are going to into more depth about the packing process or some other things, especially for the iFactory 1 3D printer, then that people can also see how it is handled. Just a second. Um, I mean, there are some fair questions. So this is link for the YouTube channel of iFactory. I see also another question from John Mulders. Creality limits their print temps to 240C for their belt printers. Does iFactory printer have the same limits?
no, there is actually no software limit for this. And we also have an hot end that has a PTFE inliner, and you can print with them up to 260 degrees. You can do this, but so the PTFE inliner will degrade faster. So you need to be aware of that. So your hot end won't last that long. But if you really need to print something at like 250 degrees or even 260 for a small part, then this is an option that we give the people. So we don't want to limit the printer by this. But I would also recommend to just print at 240 degrees Celsius, because then the PTFE inliner will last longer. And this also depends on the quality of PTFE that you have. So
Yeah, very wise. The hot end is also changeable or upgradable in the future.
yes, totally. It's a Mark 8 hot end. So that is like a standard hot end, like the same one that you find in like a CR10 or so. In this type of printer, there are like 1,000 different mounts. You can put an E3D hot end in it if you want. You can put any crazy fan ducts that you want, as long as they don't interfere with the belt. So you can go crazy with this.
So to not to make that much advertisement, I just received from Fetus the Dragonfly hot end. It's for the Creality style 3D printer, the MK8 hot end type. So this BMS type hot end, I can also add to this belt printer.
Yeah, you just need to make sure that you don't touch the belt, so with anything, so that only the nozzle touches the belt. So I think with these hot ends, the nozzle is quite in the middle of the heater block. So then you need to
I
see if the silicon sock touches the belt.
just going to see. Let's see. I'm very curious right now. In the meantime, Jean says thanks for answering the question. I see. How hard would it be? Yeah. How hard would it be to upgrade the hot end to an all metal hot end? I think Martin answered that question. I think the standard micro Swiss all metal hot end where
Yes.
you are referring to, I guess. I think that one is very perfect for this kind of upgrade.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's also the first thing that came to my mind.
Um, Shaka World Shop asked, as can we have all metal hot end installed? So when you are going to back this, if it is possible to get this upgrade already installed, I guess. Shaka World, is that what you mean?
Yeah. No, you have to install it yourself afterwards. Yeah.
So, oh, yes, yes, that was exactly. So you have to install it yourself, Shaka World. But I think I don't think that is going to be any much that much of a problem, because when I see the design, it's fairly easy to access. I'm looking to my Dragonfly hot end, and I have my nozzle, like Martin said, more in the middle, something like that. So in this case, yeah, I'm not going to use this one to upgrade it if I would get it. But something like the Microsys all metal hot end. So when you are going to do an all metal and hot end upgrade on the iFactory 1 3D printer, then you have to check how the nozzle is lined up, and if it is similar to the one that is already installed on there. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much, hackerworld.shop, for the backing of the assembled version.
Great. Yeah. Thank you a lot.
There are a few versions available on the Kickstarter campaign besides the shirts, because the first time I wanted to click, I clicked by accident on the shirts. You have different kind of ways to back and fund this Kickstarter campaign. One of them are the shirts. Then we have a print extension that is a aluminum extrusion for the iFactory 1, easily to connect multiple extensions to each other. Is that something like a conveyor belt, something like that with rollers?
No, it's basically just aluminum extrusions where we put some smooth rods on top of them so that the long prints get the support when they get off the printer.
Okay, not really a roller conveyor belt, but just that it is not hanging over the top or over the
Yes,
edge.
yeah, does not need to be a roller. It does not need to have like bearings to roll. There just needs to be some support of this, and then it's all fine.
Yeah, and then we have the 149 euro. That is for a upgrade to a semi-assembled kit, and
Mhm.
then we get the 749 and more for the other uh, kit iFactory One 3D print belt 3D printers. Um, how far? Yo, ask how far are you with the slicer?
So it is already working.
Hmm.
I use it on a daily basis. So it does work, and it is based on the black belt Cura. So it's also like Cura that everybody knows. It's a bit older version, but it works fine. It gets the job done. It has all the belt printer specific features that you need, and yeah. So this is ready. We also have the Octoprint ready, and the screen interface. We just have like the first running version today. So this is basically finished, and now we are working on printer guard, so that we will also have a running version when we ship it in the middle of December.
Awesome. Repetitive. You ask another question. Is repetitive printing working already? Because I heard that black belt is still very buggy, and the loop of the G code seems to be difficult.
So we had no issues with this. So in the iFactory Cura edition, you just set the number of copies that you want. Of course, the G-code file can get quite big. So sometimes we have like 25 megabyte or even more G-code files, because everything it does is just copies it over, so that the file is very big.
Mhm.
But so far we experienced no issues. This is working fine. And I just heard that in Marlin they are working on something that you can set the number of copies in Marlin itself. So you have just the G-code file sliced one time, and then the firmware knows I have to print this several times.
Like a normal paper copy machine. You put the copy on the plate, you press 10 times, and then it starts the print. But now, in this case,
Yes,
a 3D printer.
exactly.
Very awesome. Is Martin the iFactory man? Yes, he's one of the two. And he's here. Are there more questions? In the meantime, I scroll to the Kickstarter campaign because usually when I'm doing closer looks on different 3D printers, I will get every time I get new questions and I look for them and then I make there some scripts about it. I see somebody asking something else. I have to wait until it comes in the StreamYard as well. And I see here on the iFactory one stats, it's a printing size of 180 millimeters times 290 times infinity. It's a Core XY movement system with metal rails, a
Mm.
45-degree angled printing, filament runout detection, very convenient because if you are printing a very large beam and your filament run out, there goes the world record for that.
Yes,
Um,
yeah.
a 24-volt system, 32-bit board. So in the near future, there are more possible things on that because of the large size of this main board. Power resume function, also very handy if you have a Bell 3D printer to keep continuing after your power loss, that just run your power and then continue. And also silent stepper drivers as well. What else do you want? I mean, I think this is a very great printer, to be honest. Loyal
Nice.
Moses, thank you very much for the super chat. Shaka World, how sturdy is the print head extrusion? I have a little lily padded a kit that I wanted to try on one of the ones I'm getting. Have you seen any issues with direct drive motor mounted?
Ah, I know what you mean. Yes, we actually tested this. So
Mhm.
we tested the printer as a direct drive. So we took the extruder that it already had and mounted it on top of the printhead, and it actually worked. So we printed at the normal print speeds that we had. So, but there should be a limit in speed. So for the printhead, so there will be a limit, but it's totally possible to print with this. We have tested this. It does work. Mhm.
Oh, nice. Um, so Yo-Yo says before the message is gone, Yo-Yo says thanks, sounds good. More confident now that you will deliver. Yeah, I agree on that. Um, there's more chats. How fast can a print and the maximum travel speed?
So the maximum travel speed, I don't know. So, but the maximum print speed, I can tell you, and we have done some tests. And the fastest print we did was at 300 millimeters per second, and we printed a 40 by 40 by 40 cube, and we printed this. It had 5 walls in I think 40 minutes or so. So you can print very fast with this printer. We are actually trying to go for the 500, so that we print even faster. We are trying this out at the moment, but at the same time, you can also print very small layer heights. So I was actually amazed by myself and surprised at the same time. So we did a print with a 0.025 millimeter layer height, and that looked really great. And at the moment, we are working on a 0.01 millimeter layer height, so 10 micron. That is even better than the resin printers. And I think there is the limit. So some prints look good, some prints don't, and the times they are super high. So even a really small piece takes like 16 hours or so. So it's ridiculous.
Oh, that's very awesome. I mean, it is a Core XY from the basics, so it can achieve some higher printing speeds. So that's very nice. Shaka World.shop. Thank you for the super chat. Very awesome. Joel, the Lightspeed ask, is Joel telling gonna have one to test? He has, and he asked Bill Steele to assemble this i3 factory iFactory 1 3D printer. So it's going to be it's going to come, but no time frame at this moment. Do you have any time frame from Joel Beck?
No, yeah, no, we don't
No.
know. I hope we're gonna make it while the campaign is still running.
And yeah, yeah, that's the only thing that we can hope for. Um, yeah, thanks for joining. um, what's the firmware,
Marlin,
Marlin? That's awesome. Five. Shaka Wells also says 500 is would be very great as a printing speed.
yeah, but it's also very hard to do.
Yeah, yeah. Like we said, it's yeah. Hello, Daniel. So, he also want to have this 3D printer. Well, I share. I think in the description of this video you find the link to the Kickstarter campaign.
Thank you a lot, Daniel.
Yeah, very much. Thank you. Are there more questions at this moment about the Belt 3D printer from iFactory 1? Or iFactory, because 1 is the name of this model.
Yeah. So the company is iFactory 3D, and the printer is the iFactory 1. That's the full name of the printer.
Yo ask, are you using Meanwell or a standard power supply unit?
It's a standard power supply. It's a generic power supply. We don't use Meanwell at the moment, but we are doing tests at the moment with the Meanwell power supplies. So I cannot promise anything, but we are testing them at the moment. But yeah.
Nice. I mean, yeah, it's indeed very nice. In the meantime, I'm running a video. I hope it is going to work without any noise. This is the belt printer at work. I, you know, I know the normal Cartesian style 3D printing, but seeing this coming, it's looking so amazing. Hey Dan, welcome to the live stream. Yo is also asking, can we have some quiet fans? How is the volume from the fans?
So these are like the standard fans. So we had problems with the fans in the power supplies. So we switched the power supplies. So now they are better. So far we had no failures, so that they are like super loud. But they are not. These are not like silent fans, like quiet fans that are built into the printer. So will have like the same noise level that every other printer has. So but the fans are very accessible. I think the fan for the main board is just with one screw, and
Hmm.
also the other fans. So if you want to replace them, just take a standard 24 volts fan, and then you can have it super silent. Because the motors, the silent steppers, they are really very silent, and it is very possible and quite easy to get this printer very quiet.
Yeah, and also not to forget, this is your first 3D printer that you are launching. So I think in future upgrades or future models, other and more advanced stuff is going to add to newer printers as well.
Yeah, we have one printer that is more advanced, that is self-developed by us, and this is totally unhearable. So it only has the super quiet fans, also very big fans that are even quieter, and even more quiet steppers. So it is possible to get such a printer out of the iFactory one. That is no problem.
Nice. Welcome then to join the live stream. World.shop also asked, will you have a 8 kilo spools of filament? And if so, a spool will a spool holder be available through Kickstarter?
So spool holder is not available on Kickstarter. We have already tried some spool holders, and we also have decided for a model that we want to sell in our web shop. This can hold up to 8 kilogram spools. We just tested it today because we got the first 8 kilogram spool today. And we will definitely also going to sell these large spools over our web shop.
Nice, nice. I like the business idea. Also, I'm in the meantime, I'm also showing some of the advanced features of this 3D printer. That it has something like a protect guard or a protect shield,
Printer guard, it's
printer
called.
guard. And so if you got some noodles or spaghetti coming out of your printer, it stops automatically. Also with detaching objects, so if the brim or something is not sticking and the whole part is coming loose, it stops printing, and it looks magical. Some other questions. In the best guess, when people are going to buy a kit version, how long would it take to build something like that?
So far I have heard from the reviewers and from the people that we send it out that it's quite easy to build. But of course, these are most of the time quite experienced people in this field. So our engineer, if he builds one up, he needs like 2 hours. So, and I think somebody who has experience with 3D printers takes up to 2 to 3 hours. And if you are not that experienced, you might need 4 hours for this. So if you keep concentrated and really stay focused and do it, then it's around 4 hours.
Yeah, I can imagine because my first 3D printer, as a total noob as I was the CTC Prusa i3 MK2 3D printer. It is the clone, and it took me a Friday evening, a whole Saturday, and a Sunday morning to build this 3D printer. And that was because I didn't have any experience, and also the building instruction was completely not clear. There are a lot of things that didn't fit into this building manual or assembly guide. But I can imagine that because also that it is a different kind of 3D printer and also a Core XY 3D printer setup, I think your assembly manual is very clear and easy to follow.
That's what I heard so far from the reviewers. But we are working on it all the time. So we are doing also test builds now with a lot of people that are very inexperienced. There will also be a video showing how to build it. So you can have the manual and you can have the video. We had also a lot of questions if we could already publish this, but first we want to finalize the manual, and then
Hmm.
we want to do the video so that both match up, so that you can watch the video and look in the manual and everything fits. That's why I think it's coming in the beginning of December.
Wow. Um, some other questions from the audience. In the meantime, I scroll through the other page, through the Kickstarter campaign page. Serial printing, which means continue automatically printing. That is also what you talked about, that you can print one object and repeat it, and you can 3D print a lot of bolt and nuts with it. I think some people in the audience does like printing bolt and nuts or some mags, some other things that you can 3D print. Um, Free software updates. How are the free software? blah, How are the free software upgrades going to look like? How can users to be able to get some updates?
As we mostly go for open source software, so nearly everything will be open source, except for Printer Guard. I think not everything for Printer Guard will be open source. It goes the same way. You will be able to download a Marlin file from our site, put it on your SD card, put it in the printer, and then it updates the Raspberry Pi. You will get an image, and then you put this on your micro SD card, and then this is also exchanged. And yeah, Cura pre-installation, and then you're done.
So on this printer, there are two software running. One side, the Marlin, the printer firmware, and you have the Octopi, the print guards, Raspberry Pi that is working on the other side, and those two
Yes.
combined makes this a continuously 3D belt printer.
Yes, but yeah, you can also just plug it in your PC and print just with the Marlin. So the Octoprint is not required for the belt printing.
Yeah. So if people are buying this, the Octoprint is already also installed on this machine or not?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. It is. Everything is set up and will be preset to fit with the iFactory one.
Ah. What is the, because it is a belt printer underneath, you have a heat bed. To which temperatures are is the maximum temperature from this belt, this heat bed? What's underneath it?
And so we print most of the time at 80 degrees Celsius, but you can go up to 100 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, 80 degrees is the temperature for PTG.
That is what we print most of the time.
Okay, very nice. Some other things that we can find here. It's around the 18 kilograms, the size of this 3D printer. I thought I saw it. Yes. 720 by 600 times 500 millimeters. So it's a very, yeah, very big. Big is a big word, but it's a huge printer. So if you
Yeah,
are going to buy something like that, make sure that that you clean out your whole desk and then put the print on it. Take your laptop, stick your laptop onto the 3D printer, and then start your small batch production.
yeah. So it's designed to still fit on a normal table. So like these IKEA tables, the bigger ones, not the small ones, these still fit on, and they perfectly fit in the Kallax, also from IKEA. So when you have two behind each other, then it fits perfectly inside. That is also what we use for our print farm at the moment.
I heard the term Kallax, but I, I, I really lost the size. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one. Mhm. But you need to take a. You, I think you can also take a small one, but of course you have to leave out the stuff that is in the middle. So you need like four of these spaces.
But you mean in a setup with four of them, you can put it in the center.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, very nice. Um, Nozzle heat up time is 2 minutes. I think that's normal time.
Yeah, it's a 24-volt system, and it's also insulated, so that helps a lot with heat up time.
Yeah, and operating sound is less than 70 decibel. So awesome. And a 1 year warranty. The warranty is on the whole machine, or how is the warranty defined, if I may ask?
So the warranty is on the parts. So if some parts break, you will get a replacement from us.
Okay, very nice. Um,
But actually, I hope that not many parts break because, for example, all the laser cut parts They are not made from acrylic. They are made from a much more durable polymer. So they have a little bit of flex to them. So they really can't break. There's a night and day difference to the brittleness of acrylic.
Hmm. Very nice. Are there some other questions from the viewers? How much print time is on the belts that is going to be shipped to the Kickstarters, to
Yeah,
the backers?
that question was also asked very often. So so far I can say we had no belt failing on us. They can't rip apart. They are super strong.
Hmm.
And our supplier for the belts, they told me they have numbers for this, that they can do some calculations. Um, uh, they don't have done this so far, so we are still waiting for the numbers. And we also have changed the belt a little bit because the finger joint is now much smaller and has a different surface that is much better. We will receive these belts also next week. Will will be the 150 belts that have this better joint now, and then we will also do the calculations on how long they will last. But so these belts, this type of material is made for the industry. So it is made to be very durable, to last very long, because nobody in the industry wants their machine failing because of their conveyor belt that they lose production time.
Hmm.
And so it is made to be very durable.
And I heard also in the live stream from yesterday that this belt, if for some reason you have to exchange it, it's less than an hour to exchange them for a new one.
Yes, yeah. So our engineer can do it in 20 minutes. So
Yeah, yeah, but
if you are
that,
fast in it, but it is no problem to replace it, and you are going to be able to buy a replacement belt from us, and it will be under 100 euro.
yeah. So it's a very durable machine. It is a machine that can do small batch production. It's also applied to some bigger companies that want to expand their little production lines to be able to do some great things with a Belt 3D printer. Are there some other things that you want to add to this live stream?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. If if there are no viewers have any questions, then I'm going to close this part of the session. Um, so it's still 22 days to go for this Kickstarter campaign. I see it's already past 100,000 euros, 129 backers. So that is amazing. Everybody who backed this project, amazing. Thank you very much. Um,
Thank you a lot. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, th- I you're welcome. I like to help companies to get their products also launched as well, because as a matter of fact, you are a startup and launching your first 3D printer to the community, and I think this is a very awesome thing. Maker Viking, hello, welcome to the live stream. Maker Viking, do you have some questions about the Belt 3D printer? Because sometimes people are joining later, maybe there are some questions, and want to give them the opportunity to ask questions. So I do need to mention that that there are some time limits on the machines. Uh, so check out the link in the description of this video. Make a Viking.
So so
Um, Make a
so
Viking is asking about the main board. It's a 32-bit mainboard, and it has the TMC 2225 or the 2208 stepper drivers on it. Um, because the question was not here at this moment. Can you just add something about the main boards, Martin, about this 3D printer?
it's a generic
Uh,
mainboard, so it's not like any recognizable brand.
and of course, in the future, by newer models, things are going to be improved on print boards or main boards, I guess.
Yeah, so far we have not developed something our own. So today there are so many boards and they are very good. So
Yeah,
at the moment I don't see the necessity to develop something on our own. Even for some printers, we need a lot of stepper drivers, and that is no problem today.
yeah. Now, thank you very much, Martin, for joining this live stream. Also, for the 22 days to go, uh, I also will keep continuing the posting links on Twitter, on YouTube during the weeks, as I also
Great.
do with other Kickstarter campaign or other brands, just to help out, just to give some awareness about uh, printers you can buy online as well. Thank you for joining the live stream, Martin. It was a very nice conversation, very nice interview. Was my first one, so yeah, thank you.
Great. Thank you also. Thank you a lot.
Uh, so with this interview, I'm ready. Martin, see you next time. See you on YouTube or on Twitter. I don't know when I'm going to see you, but maybe in real life very soon. I don't know.
Yeah, you can come by if you want.
I certainly want to do that, but I have your WhatsApp, so you can also make an appointment in the near future. Okay,
Hmm? Great.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank
See you
you.
next time. Bye bye.
See you. Bye.
So I'm not going to close the live stream at this moment because, as you know, from the Friday, it's also a hangout. So if you want to join the live stream, feel free to raise a hand. There's a limit on this StreamYard that I'm doing with a total of 6. So if you would like, then please let me know, and I will send the link via Twitter DM. Just a second, I'm going to grab something to drink, and I will be right back. Just a second. So everybody's still in the chat. Very good. So if you want, let me know. If you want to join this live stream, feel free to tag me on Twitter or just here. Well, keep hydrated, as Joel would say. So, Baker Viking, how are you doing, sir? Light, a little bit down, a little bit down, a little bit up. Or else it's too bright. I understand. I'm just going to kill Streamlabs because it's spamming again. Still need to figure out some fine tunings. So I switch it on or off, on, off. I can switch it on though. I can do some things out. Switch the like button. Yeah, those two. So yeah, I'm doing fine. As you can see, I'm wearing something from Fetus, and they hooked me up with the Dragonfly all metal hot end. I want to take the foil off in my upcoming video, but no, I took the opportunity to take it out, and this is the all metal hot end. Just put oh. And look at that. It's very nice looking. It looks very nice. Very. I think the machining on this heater block looks amazing. The light doesn't take it very well. Here. Oh my gosh! Come on, focus, focus. Look at that. That's some sexy hot end. But more on that next week on the Wednesday video. I'm going to take this thing apart and show everybody what's on the inside. Yeah, it's quality stuff. It's the temperature is up to 450 degrees or 500 degrees. So I'm doing fine. I have some things to do this weekend. My daughter has become 9 years old today. She got a watch from her for her birthday from us, a pink watch, of course. So, how's everybody doing? Non-fam, how is your school? Non-fam says happy birthday. Her name is Sarah, by the way. And you can see her in one of my videos. The snippet, one of my first snippets on YouTube. Oh, and I'm going to the hairstylist to color my hair. I said to the lady who did it, it wasn't that great. People notice that I'm getting gray. And for this 3D printer, I ordered a new hot end because it got clogged, and it is it's a i3v6 clone. So it got clogged, and the part just keeps sticking inside, so I don't get it out. So it is really messed up. I was printing with it, and then it got jammed and it started ticking, and yeah. Yep, that's what you get when you have some cheaper parts. But maybe you get them also on the big other ones. Maybe I'm going to visit also the 3D printer man. And then I can give some little insights about this 3D printer. So I'm very interested, very curious. So anybody else have some plans? So slow. Yeah, sometimes it's better to get some turbo in it. Me too. If first when I learn something, it's going slowly. Then when I know what to do, it's going to progress, and then it's going faster, faster, faster. And then try to find a simpler solution to do it even quicker. I think that's fair. Learn something, try to get it faster, make it simpler, go even much faster. Awesome. It took me for Excel. It took me 3.5 years to learn everything from Excel to make my reports, do everything. And then in that time, I redo some things that make it even faster. Iteration. Iteration? What's in iteration? I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. Repetition, repeat, recurrence. Yes. Can we change camera? Something like what? What do you mean? Change camera? Because I can invite some people to the live stream, but I will do that over on the direct message on Twitter. Oh no. This StreamYards is a free version, which means that it's in 720, so not in the 1080 p. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, non-fam. No, but like I mentioned, I have a free version from StreamYards. That's why also here on in the corner, you don't see it. That's also why it's in the corner is the powered by StreamYard. Hey, Chris Travers, hello, welcome to the live stream. If you want to, you can join the live stream. Just let me know over on direct message, and I will send you the link. Yeah. Yeah. mm, that's also fine. Chris. Uh, no, I did not. I was with a other live stream. No, I was also working on a new video that came out today. So usually when I make videos, there are 2 videos in a week. Sometimes every week I will also do 1 or 2 live streams. It's very busy during the week. Monday I do the recording. Sunday or Monday I will do the recording. I try to do as quickly as possible the editing on Monday evening or on Tuesday, and then Wednesday the same process repeats, but then for the news and updates or the closer look, depending on which kind of topic that I'm wanting to cover. On Thursday I'm going to edit the video, and on Friday it's live on YouTube. So that is the little insight of the Zachary 3D Prints YouTube channel. Yeah, for some things, just like the Easy 3D X1, the recording I did on the Sunday, but during the other days before, I was taking pictures. I think some of the people that are in the live stream now, they saw me shooting some pictures, something like that. I mean, it's always good. Uh, it's almost like a Morse code. What you sending, buddy? What you sending? Not something scammy, right? No, I get somewhere not secured. So I'm not going to enter this one. And I didn't mistype it, so I'm not going to to enter that page, if you don't mind. No, I'm fine with it. I'm using StreamYards. It's the non-paid version, and if I save, no, that's totally okay. I'm using StreamYards when I have the opportunity to buy the full year StreamYards thing, then I will do that. I had some people in the chat also know that I had some problems with the StreamYards. They are sending codes. This code is going to be sent to a email address that starts with your friends at streamyards.com. And if you don't read your email or don't touch it, then in my case, the spam protector is blackmailing it or black blocking it, and they can send hundreds of emails, but it doesn't arrive on my server. So I had to overcome this issue, and I managed to solve it with a spam assassin, something like that. And now it's in there. I can use StreamYard, so I'm very happy with it. I try to use Restream. I don't know if Anna is still here in the live stream or in the chat, but it was a mess. I didn't see the chat. He did. I didn't. At certain point, I got some noise in the background. It got annoying. Hey, see you later, buddy. Thanks for joining the live stream, by the way. Yeah. Today is Black Friday. When is Black Friday? Good question. I came up with that. Black Friday. 27th of November. Alrighty. Yeah, exactly. So it's the end of the year, almost the end of the year. It's the last. It's end of November. We had the Double 11, and now we have the Black Friday. When are you going to buy your 3D printer stuff? Are you going to buy it on the Double 11 or the Singles Day, or are you waiting for the Black Friday deals? What are you doing? Andrew and Peterson says on the Double 11. No, I'm not going to eat that during a live stream. People don't want to hear that, right? I know it are not milk duds. It's something like M&M like, and I don't think people are waiting for something like that. Just a second. Oh, lekker. That was my oldest daughter. Sarah. Huh. Can we find some deals on GearBest? Because no, not GearBest. No, I'm not going to do GearBest because GearBest is expensive. When I was doing 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I did a live stream during the double 11 deals. What we can find. No, not too many Black Friday benefits for the 3D printing. Oh, bummers. Let me see. Banggood. It sounds like a crazy website name. No. Banggood. Ah, what was that? The ladies are going to bed. Um, yeah. So, to say fairly enough, then I would have better deals on Amazon, I guess. Not that I'm going to buy a Ender 5 Pro for $38. Did somebody from the chat manage to get it? An Ender 3 version 2 with by API with what is by API? With free Raspberry Pi for one roll of filament. Whoa, 225 Canadian dollars. That is awesome. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. But here on Banggood, there are some Black Friday deals. Crazy Black Friday deals, and they are going to end in 9 days. So even when it is not Black Friday, you still got the deals. Yeah, non-fam. I know. It was for a very short time, and I saw several people getting their hands on an N5 Pro for $38. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but also with the things you mentioned, Raspberry Pi for roll of filament, 225. That is a deal, man. Yeah. When you go to Amazon.com and you look for the Android 5 Pro, you will be paying around the $399 US dollars. That is normal price. Normally here in the Netherlands, we are saying the same thing as you would say. If it sounds too good to be true, it isn't true. But in this case, people bought it and a day later they received it. So, yeah. And I also said it last week. Last week? Yeah. I said it last week in the Zachary 3D Print News and Update. I said, if I would buy this printer for $38, it would be amazing. However, I pay around the 213 US dollars to get it here in the Netherlands. So for me, I'm still paying way too much. In Quebec, it's less than 275 US dollars with tax and shipping. Nice. Nice. I need to share my screen or else you won't see it. So we have Black Friday deals on gear banggood.com. And one time I did a a video with checking also GearBest deals out, and it turned out that GearBest was always not the cheapest. And I contact my contact person for GearBest, and I said, "Listen, I really would like to help you, but your products are way too expensive. So I can recommend it, but people are not going to buy it. Honestly, right?" Allowance giveaway starts now, maximum 999 US dollars off. Well, I would say, hey, give it to me. I mean, basically, they are saying, hey, you get it for free. Hey, drones. Solon, are you there? Here, the Creality 3D Ender 3 version 2 upgraded DIY 3D printer kit. 220. This in euros. You don't want to see that. No. Because how can you make a comparison then, huh? If you don't understand the currency, right? So, US dollars. Here you go. Here you go, buddies. Why? Why is it? No. Euro, dollar. Come on. Don't be silly, Bailey. Oh. Whee! Oh my gosh. 259. 259 euros. Wow. That's a lot. Is that a Black Friday deal? Pay $1, get the lowest price. Okay. Pay $1 to get the it's like that. So you pay $1 and you will get the lowest price. Okay, I got it. Not paying $1 and you get the product. When it sounds too good to be true, it isn't true. So hey, people in the chat, welcome. um, Reserved. Okay, so you have reserved pieces. This is a very nice drone. I really want to start with something like that. Oh wait, sorry, no, forget it. How are? Does anybody know the quality of these kind of drones? Are they comparable with the DJI or not? Yeah, yeah. Well, I would do it just for the heck of it, you know. I know that GDI has a way better quality, way, 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 way better. Looks funny. 2 trees, totem, 40 watts laser engraver, also awesome, nice. What else do we have here? A treadmill. Oh, maybe I can use one. Getting some calories off. 3D printers, come on, wherever you are. 1 week delivery, local warehouse. Get big deals here. Okay. Huh. Already. I thought nothing was coming. Almost wanted to make a joke. Oh, where are the deals? Oh, there are no deals. Yeah. Sometimes sometimes I'm a little bit sarcastic, but hey, that's okay. Da-da-da-da. I'm not going to sing, and yet I did sing. I don't see this. This is the same price, not changed. Big deals. Yeah, you know what is a big deal? Because it's a big deal that the price is not right. $336 to ship. Oh my gosh, dude, you are going to get the best deal ever. Yeah, and then also paying the shipping cost. Huh? For that price, you get three. Yeah, exactly. Mhm. Okay, so you get a mini drone, a tiny, 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 tiny drone. You get a tiny controller, and you get a goggles. Wow. The Creality Ender 5 Plus 3D. Because I clicked on drones, I see a lot of drones. Yeah, that is nice. Back in the days that you had those RC planes and RC choppers, they were expensive. When you can buy something like that, you would pay something like 500-600 euros, dollars. I mean, expensive. And now you can buy them pretty cheap as well. If you want to join the live stream, feel free to say it. I will send a direct message with the link. This car is so expensive. I did see them more in this place than I did see them in real life. Also a nice thing to do, building the arc reactor. Hey, how are you doing, sir? What else do we have? We have the artillery genius, the 230 $280 is a normal price, so no, that's not a real deal. So we are looking to normal prices with the local warehouse, as they say, 1 week delivery. So let's see what we else have. Hmm. First time I saw this great model to share reality. Yeah, I did. Did I see it here? Well, I think it's a very nice Core XY 3D printer enclosure, because in the beginning they said about the Ender 6 that you can buy the acrylic enclosure as a upgrade. And I think if you would get this acrylic cover standard, I think it's awesome. And I don't know why it didn't make sense. Yeah, true. So true, buddy. That's with all those things. When you click on something, you will get more of that. Let's click on the chair. Let's see what happens. Hmm. So I do a refresh and I will get more chairs. I think the sides are covered. I'm going to look for the Ender 6. Uh, do you have a specific side in mind other than the Creality one? Mm-hmm. Mhm. Here, 549 US dollars. Do, 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 do. Now, um, the thing is with this Creality, it's because it's Core XY3 printer and the reel has to move. Um, yeah, you can print ABS with it. The acrylic sides just uh, makes it a into a draft shield, something like that, but not fully enclosed. True. But eventually they had to make something on top of it. No, they no, that was for the CR5. They did a hat for that one. But one thing that I don't like about this design or in this picture, the the connector, it is ugly. Sorry, it's ugly. I mean, you have different ways to attach a cable to or wires to a heat bed. This is one way, obviously, but yeah, I would say make it a different connector. That looks nicer. I mean, we know the TX60 connectors had some issues in the earlier Ender 3 Pros, I guess. Ender 3 Pros. I also had to do mine. Also did a video about that. I mean, everything I do on my 3D printers, I like to make a video about it. Because if I see something that can be improved or can be, you know, for others to learn, that's always nice. Yeah, so true. So true, Andrew. I mean, we are still in the era of hobby printers. I mean, in the office you find normal printers. Those are not hobby printers. And those things here that are hobby printers for makers, for people who like to create awesome stuff. And eventually you can say, hey, it's going to be a consumer product, like normal printer. Then you buy a 3D printer. There are a few years, I think 4 or 5 years ago, in a local hardware store, I could buy a 3D printer, but then I wasn't doing any 3D printing at all. But was looking at it, I thought, oh, that's looking nice. That is looking awesome. But then that thing costed €1,000. It was the Dremel. Dremel. The I don't know the name of the model. Yeah. I mean, if you have the basics of a car, you can build your own car. And even with some of the products from out of China, you can build your own electric car. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And if you think about it, if you, for example, would make your own car, what do you need? Rims, motors, wires, frame, wheel, brakes, gearbox to make it run faster. And eventually, after a few weeks of building, you have your own car. Did you also saw the I don't know if it was on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, but this guy built with his son, was a father-son project. Uh, yeah, indeed, you have to pass some regulations. But a father and son built a Lamborghini. Amazing. I mean, I like the car as well, and and they bought one or two 3D printers. I'm not sure, but it was an awesome job. I also know that there was one guy who built a earlier Lamborghini as well. He built it in his basement, and when the car was done, they had to to dig into the ground to access the basement to get the car out of the basement. It was the Lamborghini Countach. Yeah, yeah, true. So true. And indeed, 3D printing is a hobby, and uh, people are more aware that you can buy a desktop 3D printer, set it next to your laptop, like the Prusa Mini, for example. You set it next, you put it next to your laptop or your normal computer. You hook it up, and if you need something like a phone case or a phone holder, you just print it. I mean, how awesome is that? Yeah, and one day 3D printers will be like cars. And if you're also watching resin printers, the little figurines that you can print, it's awesome. I'm also saving up money to buy a resin 3D printer because it's nice to do FDM 3D printing, but I also want to cover some resin printing as well. And also I like some little figurines, some little miniatures. But if you buy a resin 3D printer, you also need to have a washer cure station or to clean your parts as well. I don't know if you got that part, but I wanted a 3D printer. I was playing the game Horizon Zero Dawn on the PlayStation 4, and I really want to be able to print something like this. And as you can see, I did this on a 3D printer, normal size, and it is looking amazing. I painted it. It's not most ideal paint job, can be improved, but hey, that's awesome. Yeah, sintering. Yeah. Yeah, and that's also it's also one thing about uh, for example, metal printing. You can 3D print metal, but you have also to do the sintering and the curing. I lost the word for it, but then you can use the parts after the two other steps you have to do. Ah, yeah. Uh, annihilating. Yeah, some words are a little bit difficult sometimes. Hey, I the more I speak English, the more I will learn, right? Flash deals. Come on. Do we have some awesome 3D printers? A turbo a turbocharged cyclone industrial dust collector vacuum. Well, we can't 3D print that. We don't need that to do that. Gloeien. So you're a Dutch guy, or not? Okay. Google Translate. Uh, you also know the days of the Google Translate, how bad the translation was sometimes. Oh my gosh. Now it's getting better and better, more advanced as well, getting some really nice sentence. How are the other people doing in the live chat? Non-fam, Loyal Moses. Who else is in the chat? Uh, Chris Travis is gone, I know. Lightspeed. How's everybody doing? I am planning to 3D print a knife on my FDM 3D printer just to see how good it is going to be. Just cutting the tape off the boxes open during unboxing videos, something like that. Do we have a 3D printer? For which kind of purposes are you using 3D printers, Andrew? What parts are you printing, or which kind of models are you printing? Oh, you work in China, yet you don't speak Chinese. Ah, very convenient. How's the food there? Oh, you were preparing supper. Oh, bon appetit, monsieur. Only French that I know. Oh yeah, well, yeah. Somebody is strong with food. I know. My wife asked me if I would like to have some um, M&M clones like thing. I said no. I mean, it's not so nice to eat during a live stream. Merci beaucoup. Hey, I'm trying to learn some different kind of languages. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I was also two times 2 weeks in Israel, learning some Hebrew as well. But I'm losing words there. I put them in a cupboard, I guess. Mhm. Sí, sí, señor. A little bit Spanish as well, but I don't like paella. I mean, oh my gosh. When I just lived on my when moved out of my parents' house and I got on my own, um, get my own little studio apartment, I bought a 5-minute meal for a microwave meal, and it was paella. I never had paella. I didn't know what it was. I took the plate, I put it in the microwave, I put it in for 5 minutes, I don't know how long. I took it out and I watched, and I was like, um, what's that with that strange things? And I got myself some fries. So back to the 3D printing part. Use 3D printing and drone tech as learning platform for more engineering applications. Ooh, nice. It's very nice, sure. Actual. Yeah. I also like to start building my own 3D printers just for the fun. Maybe making some money with it. But hey, let's see how far we come, right? Hmm. I mean, basically, with a 3D printer, the possibilities to make something are endless. I think that's great, right? So, a lot of deals, a lot of stuff you can buy, but I didn't find any printers. Yeah, one day. The Z3D MK1. If I buy all the parts, it would cost me somewhere between the 180 and 200 euros. And when I bought all the parts, I'm going to do a live stream. And then I'm going to review my own product. Yeah. Sorry, a little bit sarcasm. Hmm. Some clippers. We need some more clippers. Yeah. Do we have some? I didn't find any 3D printer at this moment. Hey, a servo tester. Nice. A iWatch lookalike. A Apple Watch lookalike. Hmm. Yeah, I, I can imagine. I can imagine. I, what's that? Maglev. Hey, LCD screen, Raspberry Pi. No, Arduino. Arduino. Hey, linear rail. RC car. I mean, if you are in the RC business, working with drones and having a 3D printer, it's fabulous. Hey, servo motor. I'm also, I also started this YouTube channel with also building robotics or robots. I do have one in many parts, and it is the I InMove humanoid robot. But because I need the servos, the prints, the circuit boards, the cables, the wiring, etc., I s- put the little project on pause just for the obvious reasons. Those things are expensive. What's that? Smartphone Wi-Fi bore scope? Hmm. As long as it is not boring. YouTube cams. Awesome, Nate. Awesome. Uh, didn't I see any 3D printer at this moment? As RC choppers, RC planes, drones, some weird electronics, watches, a lot of watches. Maybe I should just buy one just for the heck. Hey, a power supply unit. 110 or 240. Nice. 24 volts, 400 watts. I think this is a great power supply unit for a 3D printer. Mm, do we have some other things? Hmm. Oh, yeah. 20 or 16 feet timing belt pulleys. Nice. Some little stuff that you can use for a 3D printer. We are getting there. Nice. Oh yeah. This is awesome. Oh, something similar I had, the Trust. I always had some troubles. Microphone 1, microphone 2, headphones, phone. Phone? Hmm. Hmm. Sound card. Sing. What? Oh my gosh. And we are all the way. Okay. Okay. Some other things that we can look for, because those flash deals are not 3D printers. Robots. RC robots? Yeah. Let me see what we have here on robotics. What do we have? Hmm. It's huge. It's a robot. Oh yeah. uh, okay. So, how's everybody doing in the live chat or in the chat? Yeah. How's everybody doing? Some other things we can look for on the Black Friday deals. Everybody's leaving. You. Please don't go. 3. 86. The BQB1. Also a nice printer. I don't see anything special here. Nah. Nah. Flying Bear Ghost? Never heard of it. Never. Really? Yeah. Oh, I think I'm going to end the live stream pretty soon. Yeah. How's everybody doing in the live stream? Eating. Bon appetit. Now you're eating. Okay, nice. Lawyer Moses also still there or working on some projects, collecting some eggs. Yeah, you did missed it. It was in the start of the live stream. So if you can, you can rewatch it. It is some interview of an hour, maybe longer. Was a quite nice interview. I think you yeah. Oh my. Hey, Andrew, can happen. Can happen. I also had that. 10. At 10:45, yeah, he left around that time. Well, what are my thoughts about the two machines, the two belt 3D printers? Well, the basics are the same: a belt, a Core XY system in a 45-degree angle. Uh, yeah, I think both machines are great. However, I think that the one from Creality is because of the huge quantity that Creality can produce, and also shorter to the suppliers of the motors, the electronics, and other stuff are way closer, and therefore the price can be reduced very much indeed. I know from the business perspective that when you can buy in thousands of a same part, you get more reduction on a price than when you buy it in something like half of it. So I think both machines are great, but if you go for cheap, the Creality CR30 is going to cost as retail price. You can also find on Creality on the Kickstarter campaign from Creality. It's going to cost around the €1,000. However, the iFactory one is also going to be around the same price. So the belts, the parts. Also, Martin said it that most parts, the electronic parts, are coming from China. The belt, however, is made in a manufacturer of those kind of product lines that are using conveyor belts or belts in general. And this belt is from more quality and durable. Of course, it's a belt, you have mechanics, and it is also going to wear one time. So I don't know when Creality's version is going to snap or needs to be replaced. I know from Creality that they mentioned in a very early stage that this belt has also a very large lifespan. However, of course, user experience is going to also be a factor when it is going to snap or when it is going to be wear when you get some wear, when you get also some rips or some strings loose, because you have some fibers within this belt. So eventually you're going to you are going to replace the belt after some while. However, how easy is this belt going to be replaced? Well, Martin said yesterday in the live stream from iFactory itself that their engineer is able to exchange a belt within 20 minutes. But as a user, it's going to take something like an hour. So I don't think that is a huge issue. I think it's very easily, if you follow the building instruction, it's also very simple to build. The Creality CR30, it's the same kind of idea that you find on an Ender, on the CR30 or CR6SE or other printers from Creality. It's coming pre-assembled, and you can add those parts together, and with some little time you can build it together. Hmm. The bell was of primary interest and many other. Yeah, I understand. Do I have the printer there? Yeah, and that's also what I asked Martin, because it's a belt, and we saw on the video. I don't know if you saw the CR30 video of Joel, the 3D printing nerd. You can see artifacts like little fibers. So it's yeah. In just a second, I'm going to take the. Um, so at this moment we have 129 backers for this project. So this project is funded, and the link from this Kickstarter campaign is in the description of this video. So if you would like to check it out, you can use that link as well. The belts, they are going to get next week 150 belts in, so they can get the pre-Christmas kits. They can give them out as soon as possible. Um, oh, thank you, Andrew. Yeah, like Martin also said, they have different kind of belts tested before before the final version, and of course, when time progresses, they are also going to give some better improvements as well. And also, they sent several units out to be reviewed. Joel, the 3D printing nerd, also received one and asked Bill Steele to assemble it so that he can check this printer out. I don't think it's going to be on time pretty soon. I hope it is going to be on time. But we will see what is going to happen. But because also this printer is made in Germany partially. Uh, Besides the electronics, I think this is a very nice printer. I mean, Prusa also uses parts from out of China, so. Anything else what I can do? They tested this printer up to share screen. Of course you don't see anything. Oh my god. I don't know. That is a very fair question, but they tested with with a company in Germany that are specialized in um, production lines, where they also make those belts. So what you are going to get is a high quality belt. The one that you see in this video, it's not the final version. That is a version a few times ago, but the quality is much better. Uh, Martin also said to me that I'm free to come to their factory to watch the printers as well. I can also go to one of my friends here in the Netherlands. He also has also the iFactory one to review. So I'm going to look it up, see, test, feel, you know, to get this printer a closer look in real life. This is print card in action. When it is detecting spaghetti or noodles, it stops printing. So besides the filament route sensor, besides the power resume function, it has also something called print guard. And when there is an error coming, it stops printing. I think Thomas, Thomas Sandlander, I always mispronounce his name. He also did a video about some AI about those kind of errors. It stops printing, and this is the same kind of concept, same idea. Also, when you're printing and at some point the printer is coming loose, the print, it stops. It's awesome. And as you can see, it draws a line and then starts printing. Um, I need to check out on the details with that. But he mentioned that I'm free to come, so that's for me. It's an invitation. But of course, I take also the COVID-19 measurements. I take very seriously, so I'm not just going there without taking any precaution. Yeah, I do think that too, Andrew. Because the thing is, you have also you have always some brands that start with a basic concept of idea in the form as a 45-degree angled core XY 3D printer with a belt, and then we start, and the more people are going to join this kind of concept, this kind of belt printing, more machines are going to come eventually. It's just time till we see from ANET or any Cubic or some other printer manufacturers from all over the world to start with belt printer production. Yeah, I also like the name Spaghetti Detective. I will put some noodles there and see what happens. I think that is I think that is going to be a very nice thing to do. During a print, just put some noodles there. See what happens, right? Just for the fun. You were also invited. There was one time during the interview with Martin. Um, they, of course, they are still working on the iFactory one to mass produce it. Uh, I said to them, I said to him, at one point, the for the Z it's infinitive, but I can imagine for the X and for the Y axis, it's going to be larger. So not only the width, also the height. And you can also go and print bigger parts. So I think, okay, um, but eventually you will get something like we see for the parts from Creality, that printers are going to get bigger and bigger. First you had 200 times 200. Now you have 125 or 135, and they are going to expand. They are going to get bigger. And eventually you will see that printers with a building volume of 400 times 400 times infinity. So it's going to get better and better. And maybe one day, we will see robotic arms printing just in space, combining parts just on a build plate, and then working on all axes, something like that. If nobody has that idea, this is recorded. It's my idea. Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. 3D print creator. I yeah, I had this guy on the phone. Both of them. I think they are very sincere, but we, we will see in the future, right? I mean, I'm trying to push the awareness for certain brands, certain products out, not only for Kickstarters, but also uh, for other things like the Anycubics or ANET or Creality or Prusa even. No, not the first. Down. No, but I mean, having two or three robots working together to make some prints, something like that. No, it's not the first. You, we see it always in the movies, some guy laying there and some robotic arms come and then printing some stuff on your arm. That would be awesome, by the way. I see the question coming up, or the come on, StreamYards, come on, come. Yeah, oh, there we have the question. Uh, yeah, I also like to see how that is going to evolve in the future. How resin printing is going to look like in, say, 2, 3, 4 years. I mean, we are now at 4K or 5. I even heard something about 5 or 6K resin printing. Hmm. Yeah, indeed, Andrew. Indeed. Yeah, you can start with 3 or 4 robot arms, starting printing on a different kind of spaces, and then joining them, and yeah, the possibilities are endless. So, but I'm going to close this live stream for now, and I thank everybody for watching, interacting with Martin, with me. I had a very nice time with you all, and I thank you very much for joining. And like mentioned, the link for the Kickstarter campaign is in the description of this video. And thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye-bye. Bye.